One thing I don't think that I have ever done on any of my videos is showing the removal of an original wig. Let's see. The original wigs are obviously glued on, and they're usually glued all the way around. Sometimes you can find a nice weak spot to start at. Sometimes you just need to very gently use a little screwdriver to start the process. I'm kind of looking for a good spot right now, though she appears to be pretty well glued. I'm thinking right back here in the back is going to be the best place to start. See if I can't do it by hand. No, she's pretty well glued. So I'm going to take a straight bladed screwdriver here and just kind of the back side of her head. I'm going to try to start. When I push the screwdriver into it, I'm kind of guiding it along her head because I don't necessarily want to pop through the wig cap. But I started a little spot there, and I can kind of use the screwdriver to work around that. And once I've started it, I'm going to stop using the screwdriver and I'm going to try and use my hands. And like I said, just pull because it's just glued on the outer edge of the wig cap. So once you start pulling it off, sometimes there'll be a little hair left behind. That we'll just have to clean up, you know. And a little bit of hair left behind, but there we go. The wig is undamaged, completely unglued and removed from the head. So there we are. Not necessarily going to go back onto her, but somebody may well want that wig. And then the rest of this hair I'm just going to kind of pull off and call it a day. So as I already said, this is my newest dolly. She has been untouched. She has not been opened before. You know, the stock bodies are really just very basic bodies. I mean, they're not bad by any means. They got, you know, fairly nice looks to the curves and very gentle. You know, they're not overly busty. But, you know, there's quite a limitation to the amount in which they can move. You know, and the Obitsus continue to be quite superior. The Obitsus are also better plastic. This feels like a very thin, chintzy plastic. The Obitsus and the Volks both feel a not nicer quality of plastic. The Volks just continue to be kind of floppy. So we're going to slide her screws out here. Like I said, she's a type 4, so she has no scalp. Just two halves of her head, just like a doll. And there we go. Remove the old body. Remove the eye, the blinking pegs mechanism. And there we go. There she is. We'll get her set up with a nice new little wig. Just like before, I'm just going to remove the springs. I'm going to gently remove the iMac here. Drop the screw into the head. And then I'll remove the iMac. It's a little sturdier, a little nicer, whiter plastic. The eyes hold in place a little nicer. The eyelid plastic is a bit thicker and stronger. You can see the eyeshadow there. Not eyeshadow, oh, who am I kidding? I'm a guy. I don't know anything about makeup. But whatever it is you put on your eyelids. I don't think it's eyeshadow. Eyeshadow should be that. The hell do they call that? Mascara is the stuff they put on the eyelashes. I don't know, I'm a guy. I don't really care that much about makeup. To me, I think, you know, most girls are pretty without. So, there she is. Those are the little beasts there. You can see they're kind of clear through them right there. They need some backing, otherwise she'll kind of look like she's blind. So I'll use a black Sharpie to give her pupils. What? You want to go outside? There you go. I'm just going to take a Sharpie here, and I'm just going to, on the backs of this here, give it a minute to dry, and then I'll do it another time. Don't get that same effect. Those should stay pretty nice. Now to get the old eye chips out, I'm just going to take a little screwdriver here. I'm going to go right through the back here, and there's this little corner here of the eye. And I'm just going to give it a little push, and it pop. Sometimes they can be a little stubborn. You know, they can be glued in better than you think sometimes. You want to be careful not to move the screwdriver around in the back of it too much, because you can scratch up the eye chip and then it'll look funny. Because you just want to be ready with it and give it one solid push and pop it out. Take the new ones, pop them out of the cardboard. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. These eyes also give you the option whether or not you want to use this reflective thing. Let's see. They actually have a little adhesive to them. Look at that. To help them keep in place, you remove some of these ones. You can remove the reflective. You can I don't know if you can kind of tell, but you can peel up and you can remove it. But I like it there. Gives you a different look to the eye. I just peeled off the white backing and kind of stick it on there like that. Eye chips can be purchased from a number of places. The technical size of them, I honestly don't remember. I know that they start selling them now by the name brand Pull-Up, you know, that were made for these dolls. Presumably some of the sites like Pull-Up Style or maybe even eBay would have them. The place that we like to get a lot of our stuff is called Cool Cat. It's kind of our favorite place for our aftermarket parts. So, just want to make sure the spring stays under there. These stubborn little things. There we go. So there we got a nice little lighter green eye. I'll put our iMac back in her head, but first things first. Put the eyelids back in. Eyelashes go through the hole. You know, move it with my thumb there. Come on. Changing out the eyelashes is something that can be done too, especially when you go into different sections of where different health and beauty section stores where you'll have all your makeup. You also have fake eyelashes for people. You can take those fake eyelashes, if you choose one that you like, and cut a small section of them and use them to replace your Pull-Up's original eyelashes. So as before, I'm just gonna plop that in place. It goes in a lot easier than the older one. Put the screws in. I'm missing. Oh, I didn't realize where I'd set it. Let's put that there. There we go. Screw the iMac down. There we go, and I'll take the small screwdriver again. Grab the springs for the eyelids. Fidget them over those tiny pegs. Pegs a little shorter on these newer heads. Come on now. Fidget, fidget, fidget. Just like that. Fidget, fidget this one over as well. Fidgety, fidgety, fidgety. Come on now. There we go. So there we go, we've reattached the springs. It's got a very bright with those green eyes. I'm almost hard to say whether or not, I'm not sure if I'm going to like them. But I guess I can't really judge it until I put the wig on her. I could kind of do that right now. Well, those are very lively eyes, aren't they, with that wig? Well, we'll see. I can always change them again later. And then we're just going to have her head here and see how she fits. Nice and snug, just the way I wanted it to. Oh, mustn't forget these little things that I haven't been able to remember the name at all tonight, for the life of me. There we are. Her neck slid out a little bit. We're just gonna have to, now I can simply line up the head. Nice new plastic, feels good and snug, not stripped out. She's gonna stay that way too. Spiritual's got a nice stretchy cap to it. I'm honestly not even sure who made this wig. It's got all fuzzy in it. Fuzzy. What I like to do is put a little bit of Fun-Tac on the head just to help keep the wig in place. You know, that little ball of Fun-Tac isn't going to be any good anymore. I've touched it too many times. So I'm just going to break off a tiny chunk. A little bit of Fun-Tac goes a long way, let me tell you. I've had this package of Fun-Tac out for a while. And I'm just going to kind of roll Fun-Tac. A little more than that. So it kind of gives me this longer thin, just like I do to reattach scalps and stuff. And just right on the upper hairline, I'm going to kind of pinch it into place. That way, I can take her wig, start by putting it up there, hold it in place with my fingers and pull the wig down. Sticking a little bit on that side, huh? Let's see. She's a little loose in the top, so I know I can pull it down further. So I will stretch it over the iMac. It's a little long. I'll probably trim it just a little bit. Well, just a bit. So there is my new girl. Just as pretty as I hoped. So there we are. And there is my new vivacious little baby. Isn't that nice? I think I was right. I like the green with the red. It's very pretty. It stands out. It's got a little bit of silver to the hair. It's kind of cute. So now Sophia has some competition. So, very nice. She obviously needs panties still. That needs to change. So, there's still a little bit of work for me to do. I've still got 3 more bodies to do. I gotta fix up this head. I gotta fix up this chill head a little bit. And then, little Ichigo here still gets her little body as well. So, this video is already going to be longer than expected, so. Yeah, so I think that'll be it for the moment. Other than that, just kind of other little things. I've moved my dolly rooms down a little bit, and I went out and got myself a fancy new TV. There's my little girly girl avatar, because I'm not a proper guy, so. Ooh, where'd she go? Boy, that's bright, you can't even see it. I got some cute little pull-up and doll posters that I got at Puddle and hung those up. So that's kind of cute. So yeah, that's it for now. As I've said before, you know, I'm happy to try to help anybody any way I can. I try to answer any questions that I can. You know, just go ahead and send me a PM or a comment in a video. I'm usually pretty good about getting back to those. To be honest, I don't even check my mail very often, but I check my YouTube mail on a pretty regular basis, and I'm happy to try and do whatever I can. It's been a while since I've been last making videos, but I should be back up and going now. So yeah.